Thanks guys for joining me today. Coach, how are you?
Doing great.
Good. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, my name's Todd Davis. I'm the head powerlifting coach here at Boswell. I'm also the football defensive coordinator. I've been here, this is my 17th year here at Boswell, been in the district, this is my 20th year. So district's been good to me and my family, and glad to be here.
Awesome. Now, how many years have you been coaching altogether?
That's it, 20. This is my 20th year.
Wow,
so,
congrats.
thanks.
Congrats. Okay, so you want to tell us a little bit about powerlifting and how the meets work and everything?
Sure. Powerlifting involves 3 lifts. It involves of squat, bench, and deadlift. And what you do is you get 3 lifts at each, and then they take the best lift from both or from each squat, bench, and deadlift and total those numbers together, and they do it by weight class, kind of like what they do with wrestling. And so you're not competing with people outside your own weight range, and so they get a total on that, and that's where you get your number.
Nice. So it's kind of an even playing field for everyone.
Correct. And so it gives people, an incentive for football players. It gives us an incentive for them to be able to compete, in the off season, so to speak, and get stronger, stay in shape, year round.
Yeah. Why don't you talk a little bit more about that and how powerlifting helps not only football but other sports that
Sure.
you may play?
Yeah, and we had a couple of girls lift this year for us. We're open to anyone who wants to come out and try out. We work out just like any sport, every day after school. And the way it works is you compete against, we have our own little district against nine schools around our district. We compete on Thursday nights. Usually it's every other Thursday night. Each school will host, and then there's a website for powerlifting, and then which is all 5A and 6A high schools all over the Metroplex, and they keep a running tally through all the meets January and February, and you have to be in the top 12 in your weight class to be able to make it to regional. Okay. And this year regional was held over at Keller Central, and then state was just held, I believe, last weekend in Abilene. And so it's a big deal. There's usually at the state meet there's over 300 lifters there from all over the state.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Now Keller, there's 6A, so is it 5A and 6A combined?
It is, and the way they divide it up is you do 5A and 6A compete against each other, and 3A will compete, and then 1A and 2A will compete against each other. And so they divide it up where the big schools aren't with the small schools, but at the same time with us, we're competing again against all 5A and 6A all over the Metroplex.
Wow, that's impressive. So going back to district, you guys were 4-time district champs for powerlifting this year, correct?
Yeah, these guys have been great as far as working out, keeping strong, and we've won our district meet this year for the 4th time in a row, which is, credit to these guys, staying with it and working hard.
Awesome. Well, why don't you introduce us to some of your athletes that you brought?
All right, got Jake Allsbrooks right here, got Anthony Pimason right here, Damon Williams, and Justin Watson.
Okay, let's start with Jake. Jake, tell us a little bit about you.
I've been powerlifting here for now 4 years, doing that, playing football. I've always enjoyed lifting. That's what keeps driving me to stay in here, even though I hate it. I love it, but I hate it. So.
Well, you're a senior, so I can see they got a little senioritis going on here.
Or junioritis or sophomoritis. It's been a real joy to lift and compete with some of these guys sitting here next to me, and be able to go out and show people that we can really compete with other guys.
Well, the way I understand it, you're sort of the unspoken leader of the powerlifting team here. Well,
It's not unspoken.
You set an amazing record this year. Tell us about that.
This year I squatted 750
That's
pounds.
Impressive. Congrats.
And thank you. Well, the thing is, when I came in, I wanted to beat Dom Hill. He had all the records set before me, and I was like, my goal is to beat at least one of them. And then I came in and blew it out of the water. His best was 705, and then I came in and did 750.
Nice, congrats. So you also went on to regionals.
I went on to regionals. Ended up getting 4th at the regional meet. It was a rough meet, so I'm disappointed I couldn't make it state, but I was still glad I made it as far as I did.
4th in regionals, you can't be sad about that. Congrats. Anthony, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, and what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your season.
I could have done better, but
Tell us about your PRs.
PRs, I deadlifted 320 for the 123, and 114 I did 275 for the 114 class.
Okay, awesome. So you're a sophomore, so you still have a couple more years.
Yeah.
Got that chance. Did you make to regionals?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, congrats. So you have a chance, 2 more years to make to state.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Damon, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So tell us a little bit about you.
I've been powerlifting for about 3 years now. I'm not as serious as Drake about it, but I love it because I get to do it with my teammates, and my O-line's always in here, so I like to come in here and get stronger for football. I end up deadlifting 550, benching 315, and squatting 510. So,
Okay, and that also qualified you for regionals?
yes, ma'am.
Well, how did you do at regionals?
Not as good as I wanted. I think I was third in the region at first, going into regionals, and I think I didn't end up going to state, but I still enjoyed my time with powerlifting and my teammates, and it was just a fun time.
Awesome. And you mentioned football, so would you like to touch on how you feel powerlifting benefits your performance on the football field?
It benefits a lot because, we really focus on like squatting, and deadlifts really help with explosiveness, and as a running back, that's really what you need is explosiveness. So I make sure I always come in and work out with them and get a good chemistry with the O-linemen. I don't want to think that they're grinding and I'm not grinding with them. So
Right.
if they're struggling, I'm struggling with them. So that's why I like to do it with them.
Sign of another leader. Awesome. Hi, Justin. How are you?
What's up? How are you?
Good, good. Tell us about your powerlifting season, some of your PRs.
This year I squatted, I think my best was 565, bench was 325, and deadlift was 505.
Okay, awesome. And that also qualified you for regionals?
Just one.
How'd you do at regionals?
I got 8th.
Okay, awesome. Now you're a senior.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have plans to go anywhere after high school? I'm sorry.
I'm planning on attending Texas State this
Okay.
year.
Very good. What would you like to major in?
Business management.
Okay. And Damon, we visited back in football, and you wanted to do a business.
Yes, I wanted to major in business management, but the plan was to take football as far as I can take it, but I still wanted to major in business management, and whenever football ended, end up opening my restaurant and end up being a chef. And I'm originally from New Orleans, born and raised, so I wanted to
Okay.
open it up in New Orleans where my whole family is. So
Awesome. I
it'd be
did not
fun.
know that. That's interesting. Very good. Do you have it narrowed down to a couple of schools?
I waited past signing day to sign because I just didn't want to sign with a school just to sign. I'm talking to like at least 6 colleges I got
Okay.
narrowed down to, so I'll be committed soon.
All right. Well, we look forward to you at the spring signing day for the district. And Jake, where are you going?
I'm going to be attending Texas State
Okay.
in the fall and major in criminal justice.
Oh, cool. Very cool. There's lots of need for police officers. Very good. Well, thank you all for joining me. Congratulations on a great season. And same to you, Coach. 4 district championships. How are we going to make it to 5?
Same way these guys made it, the first ones. Just keep getting in here, work hard, and lift, And like I said, these guys, what brought us here, and the guys we have left in the program, they'll keep getting us over the top.